Hey, this is Craig with S&B Filters. Today we're going to be doing an install on this 18 and up Polaris Ranger XP1000. So this will fit 18 and up, all 2-seaters and 4-seaters. Quick overview of the parts here. We got our particle separator 2, which is a variable speed. This will be mounted up on top of the rack there. The ducting down to a snorkel that feeds into the factory air box. So you can maintain your filter life and prolong the intervals with cleaning your air filter. So let's get started. Okay, we're gonna get started by mounting the brackets to the upper bar here. Okay, next we're gonna locate the bottom hole for the bracket. And we're gonna use a 1/4 inch drill bit. We're gonna open this up a little bit for our M6 screw. Now we can mount the lower portion of the bracket. M6 screw washer on the outside, washer and lock nut on the inside. Okay, we did the same thing to the other side. We got them, both the brackets tightened up. Now we're gonna put the brackets onto the housing separator. So, okay, we're gonna tighten the L bracket adapter pieces to the housing. We have our thread locker on these screws. And get these tightened down to each side. Now that we got our adapters onto the housing, we're gonna line up the L brackets and we're gonna go with the third hole here. Make sure that it's about straight. We'll tighten the L bracket to the adapter. Do the same thing to the other side. Make sure these are lined up and tighten this down. All right, now we can take our particle separator housing, use our M8 screws. We'll line it up with the brackets on each side. Usually this will be a little bit easier if you have a buddy to help you, but you could probably get one started and move to the other side. Now we can tighten everything up. Okay, now we got our particle separator mounted up top. We're gonna pop the bed on it. Okay, next we're gonna remove the rear driver's side seat. There's a little storage container under here. Remove that to get to our ducting on the OE air box. Okay, next we're going to install the intake tube. We'll get our clamp right here, snake it through the back and press the tube into the coupler. And then we'll tighten down our hose clamp. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and mount the bracket to the tube. Now that we got the intake tube installed on the airbox, we can determine whether or not we use this hole or take a drill bit and open up this hole. It's open on the other side. So you can see here, this tube's not lining up. We go to this position, and that's the one we need to drill open. I have to drill using this drill point, and there's already a hole on the other side of this frame. So there we go. It's not the right side. Okay, you can see there's an indicator on the lower intake tube and the upper one. We got those aligned. We got the hose clamps in place, and we can tighten down the bracket to the rear section here. Okay, we got our indicators lined up. Now we can tighten the hose clamps here. Now we can tighten the other hose clamp going to the intake tube. All right, our next step is wire this thing up. This is our main harness. We're we got a pulse bar connector here. So we're gonna start by removing the little hood. And then you can pick whatever, this one's got them all empty right now, so you can unclip it like this, and then pull the connector off. It's got two tabs up underneath. The S and B will plug right into there. And now the fun part, we can start wiring this. We'll leave the fuse and relay up underneath the hood, and we'll start running our power all the way through the car to the separator housing. We're going to start by just pushing the connector through the firewall portion here, and then we'll start pulling it back. Try to get as much as you can through there. And then, yep, there's two rivets here. We already popped these off, but these two rivets will let you remove this cup holder, and then you can access that. See, we got our harness here. Okay, so we dropped it through the console from underneath the cup holder, pulled all of it out here for now. We've pried this enough to get it to the center console between the two seats, and then pulled it in between. Now we'll lift up across this centerpiece and tuck it all inside here. So we'll just come across. Now that we got the now that we got it inside, kind of work it inside the center console. So now that we got it into the center console on this 4-seater, we took the connector and you slide it right across here. There's a channel and you can grab the connector from the rear seats pretty easily right down through here. It'll come right up through this channel and out to here. So we'll just pull the rest of our slack and continue on. This the OE air duct, you're gonna wanna move this in a location about here so you can get the storage box back in there. Okay, next we're gonna determine our ducting size. So we'll put it over the end of the particle separator, put it all the way on there, determine what kind of angle, so we'll probably go right about here and make a mark here and we'll cut this to size. Okay, so we determined how long we wanted. Now we'll take and cut. You'll follow all the way around until you meet up with the other cut here. Okay, now we'll cut through the wire. We'll cut the support string. So now we can take our cuff, and you'll see one end has a lip on the inside. You want to connect the ducting right up to the lip of that. We'll get it up onto the separator, tighten there. Tighten it up here, and then we can snip off these support strings. Okay, so we're going to put our ignition sensor on this white wire going to this coil pack. So be careful not to lose this screw and the little washer, and you'll loosen these two clamps. You'll go around the wire and tighten that screw. All right, next we're going to place a zip tie on either side of the clamp. Actually, both sides of that clamp, so it can't slide up or down. We'll put one there, and then we'll put one on the other side. Okay, now we're gonna connect our pigtail. So you can't really mess this up. This is the 4-pin connector coming off of the ignition sensor. This is our harness that we ran to the front of the pulse bar. And then this will connect to the separator. Now once we got all this in place, we can zip tie everything kind of up and out of the way. And next we're going to get our template to the back side of the bed, and we're going to line up where we need to cut this hole. It should line up with this hole, but you can use this bracket as a template. We'll mark this and cut this section out. Right about there. take, mark all this. Now you'll see where we need to cut. Okay, now you can close the bed and attach the bracket to the bed using the self-tapping screws here. There's 6 of them. Okay, we got the plate on the back of the bed here installed. We noticed it was kind of rubbing on there's a rib that runs down here. We trimmed that a little bit up with a razor blade, but now the bed closes good. Everything lines up okay, and that's pretty much it for this install.